Hey guys, today we're going to talk about spondylolisthesis. No, you're not going to be tested on the pronunciation or the spelling, because I know it's hard to do. But spondylolisthesis, I'm going to read you something from the National Library of Medicine. Spondylolisthesis is a condition in which a bone, a vertebrae, in the lower part of the spine slips out of the proper position onto the bone below it. Very simple explanation. I'm going to give you a visual. Put your fist together like this. Have it sit right on top of the other. This is the upper vertebrae. This is the lower vertebrae. So here's a lower vertebrae. This is the upper, considering it's sitting above it. So if it was here, this is the lower, here's the upper. Most of them happen around the L5-S1 area, but it basically is a forward slipping of the vertebrae on top of the one below it. The problem is when there's a full subluxation, and that's what they're worried about. So symptoms. Spondylolisthesis may vary from mild to severe. Symptoms include low back pain, muscle tightness, tight hamstring muscles, pain in the thigh and buttocks, stiffness, tenderness in the area of the slip disc. Nerve damage, leg weakness, or changes in sensation may result from the pressure in the nerve roots and may cause radicular symptoms down the leg. We've had clients in here with complete paresthesia, numbness of their feet, all this stuff. They've had lack of blood flow, they've had this, they've had that, blah, blah, blah. You name it, we've seen it. The symptom, again, is just a symptom. We got to reverse this. So we have the pain symptom, and then we have the slipping symptom. What is the cause? So when we start talking about spondylolisthesis, where a vertebrae slips on top of another, I want you to think from the side view that if this curve were a normal S curve in the spine and the tilt of the pelvis was pretty neutral, this spine's a little beat up, but if you had the natural S curve, a nice little rounding over in the mid-back, and then a normal C curve here. So you have a concavity, a convexity, and a concavity. A little bit of concave here, a little bit of concave here. That's normal. In the typical rehab world, a lot of people are told, don't do exercises that twist or arch your back if you have a spondylolisthesis. So remember, it's where the vertebral column slips on top of another one. It makes total sense when you hear that, until you start really looking at where the question's coming from or where the statement's coming from. There's a fear that the symptom is going to get worse by you arching your back. It's going to shove that vertebrae further into the fully subluxed position, whether you're grade 1, 2, 3, or 4. Idea is this: if you can get the spine to arch by the pelvic muscles working with the abdominal area and the low back and the hamstring, and as a unit, the whole body creating the arch in the back, versus you arching your back with your back and not the pelvis. Remember, we talked before about this and many other things. An immovable pelvis compromises this area. Well, take the compromised noxious stimulus away by mobilizing and stabilizing the pelvic girdle, front, back, side, under, over, whatever, get the diaphragm to function correctly. And now you have these big muscles in here that will stabilize the spine, and they'll create a re-stabilization of that slipping vertebrae. Do I know that it's going to slip back into place and go in automatically? You know, I can't really tell you that. I can tell you this. In 20 years that I've been with Egoscue, I see people with chronic symptoms, they just go away because we're not chasing the symptom. Egoscue's not about treating any pain or treating anything. It's about getting to the bottom line about A, what you believe about your symptom. Are you broken? Are you permanent? Once we can get you out of that mindset, together we get you out of that mindset. Now it comes down to the easy part. Let's give exercises to reestablish the natural biomechanics of the spine, the hip, the knee, the ankle, the shoulder, the head position, and your body can reestablish normal functioning to the spine. Don't be scared about it. Don't let anybody ever tell you that you're permanent and broken. It's just not true. Feel free to call me, pain-free. You can call us at the 800 number on the website, egoscue.com, or you can email me directly, painfree@egoscue.com if you want to discuss this further.